Good
that
question.
relationship.
So I'll go first, Mr. Amy.
Yes.
That's okay. Good question. The first thing is, if the mentee doesn't know what they want, if you don't have clearly defined objectives, you can fall in that trap. That person must know what they want from the relationship. If you're going to serve, you must know what you want from the person you're serving. Don't just serve because it's a good thing. I find that we do that a lot in Africa. You want to be in the front lines, you want to do, but no. It's a strategic relationship. You want to know what you want so that you can give yourself to it. The extent to which you give yourself to it is the extent to which you drink from that commission. I served the man of God for a lot of years, just driving his wife in the US back and forth. Whenever he was out of town, being the first to open the church, close the church. They call me Pastor Joshua. But I was just doing it because I loved the man. He was a great teacher. I just loved listening to him. So for me, I didn't even identify clearly what I wanted in that relationship. And I know better now. But what I was doing was out of love because I enjoyed his ministry. If I had to do it again, I would have asked more questions, more probing questions to the man. I would have asked him for individual sessions, maybe once a month or so. I would have done things a bit more differently, but God still achieved the reason why he brought us together, why I was serving him. The balance in that relationship is that the other person should be growing in line with their service. If there's no growth, then they are being used. If you cannot trace growth and they're doing all this work, then they are being used. They are not getting something from that commission, from that grace. Then that's wrong. Okay? I'll give an example. If one of our members was here, serves a very big ministry in Abuja here. I won't mention the name of the ministry, I don't want trouble. Serves a very big ministry, and she was heading a particular program for this ministry, and she wasn't allowed to meet with the head pastor for many months. Requested to meet with this man, busy man, for many months. She kept on trying. She'll be turned back. Meanwhile, she was facing attacks in her life because she was doing what she was doing for them. So I asked her, I said, they should have extended covering over you because you are serving for them to build their ministry. They never did that. She was going through all of the attacks. We were the ones covering her, entrepreneurs in Christ. Meanwhile, we don't even know this person like that, but she was just exposed. So people don't have clear objectives. It's beyond you just being excited to want to serve. No, don't do that. It's a very strategic relationship. And if you don't know what you want, you will not be able to glean from the grace you're serving. So you must know what you want from it as well. Okay? Yes, you can serve voluntarily with your heart, but know what you want from that grace. Do you want spiritual growth? Do you want to become a fasting giant? Do you want to learn the word? Do you want to be a teacher? What do you want from the grace? What have you identified? So that's the balance. And then I feel like a part of the personal life is important to understand that these people are still human. Don't idolize any man of God.
Yeah.
They are just human. They are men. But let me hear Mr. Amy's take on this as well.
I think number one thing is, if you already have access to your mentor, that's blessing number one.
Yes.
So when you have that access, number one thing you must do is to be watchful, because now the proximity between you and the person is like as we're seated.
Yeah.
So you be watchful. Don't just say, "Oh, I'm waiting for them to begin to mentor." Mentorship starts from there. You are watching the action. You are watching what they do. The disciples watched Jesus so well that one day they came and said, "Teach us how to pray."
Yeah.
Teach us how to pray. So when you're watching your mentor expects you to ask them questions.
Yeah.
Your mentor will never ask you a question. Do you want me to mentor you? Do you want me to do this for you? They would never do that. So you have to now see what you want for them to do for you and ask questions in line with that.
Yes.
And you have to ask sensible questions, the right question, and at the right time.